Hi friends, welcome to practice. Today is going to be a fun one. We're really just going to kind of like ping pong around the mat. So we'll be here, we'll be there, and we're going to move between two different shapes, two different poses a few times with the intention of creating a little bit more space, or maybe you have the opportunity to create more depth in that posture, but also an opportunity to explore what's happening between those two movements. How are you transitioning from one to the next, and what's going on between those two poses? Grab a block if you have one. If you don't, you can do all of these movements without a block, without being elevated, or you could even grab something that mimics a block. And we're gonna start on our backs. Come on down. Slide your block underneath your tailbone. So low back is suspended off of the block. We want sacrum, tailbone rooted to your block. And you can find whatever height you'd like there. And if you are sans a block, you're just rooting your hips down to the floor and then landing with your knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Let your arms fall wherever feels comfortable. Settling into stillness. And let yourself, for these first few breaths of practice, really be in stillness. No fidgeting, no scratching, no adjusting, just being. And take a few slow breaths in and out through the nose, lengthening inhales and exhales. Breathing down into your belly, and keeping the breath really soft, subtle. Using these soft, slow breaths as a way to really arrive into your practice, into your space. And this time on your mat, just for you. Take another slow inhale. And on your exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg long, so all the way toward the top edge of your mat. Let your left leg be heavy, and if you are elevated on something, it might be tempting to hold your leg up, but let your foot fall to the ground so you're finding even more length across the front of the left hip. You could even roll out your right ankle a couple of times here. Each exhale, an opportunity to find a little bit more length, a little bit more space in the left hip. And keep your upper back relaxed. Take one more breath. End of your exhale, straighten through the right leg. So you're reaching your right heel up toward the ceiling. You can interlace behind your thigh, around your calf here. We're just looking for a little extra length in the hamstring. Take a breath in. Think of reaching your right heel up. And on your exhale, lower your right leg all the way to meet your left, and maybe noticing a difference between the two sides. Now hug your left knee up into your chest. Keeping your right leg long, keeping the foot heavy. An opportunity, if you want it, to roll out through the left ankle a couple of times. Finding a little bit more space and length across the front of the right hip. One more breath. And we straighten through the left heel, reaching it up toward the ceiling. You can interlace behind the thigh, around the calf, all the way up to your foot, really whatever works here. Just looking again for that added length across the left hamstring now. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, release your left leg long to meet your right. And again, maybe just noticing, taking inventory of how it feels compared to even just a few moments ago. Keep the legs long, reach your arms up overhead. And if you are up on a block and you feel tension in your low back in this shape. Bend your knees, plant your feet flat. Otherwise, keep reaching through the fingertips, the toes. You're in this kind of banana-esque shape here. Take another deep breath in. With your exhale, re-bend your knees, plant your feet flat. Lift your hips up and away from your prop, and then slide that off out of the way. Just set it off to the side. Lower all the way onto your back and hug your knees into your chest, just rocking side to side a couple times. Or maybe you want to draw some circles through the hips and the knees. Take one more breath. And we'll transition this now into a rock and roll, rounding through the spine, rolling up and down the length of your spine here. So a nice little massage up and down the vertebra. You could interlace behind your thigh around the shin, or you could reach the fingertips forward. Take one more. And then land on a seat at the top of your mat. Cross one ankle in front of the other. If you've got your prop and you want to sit up onto that, that might be nice here. Finding a nice comfortable position in the hips. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. With your out breath, drop your right hand by your side. Reach all the way up and over with the left fingertips. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, dropping left hand. Reach up and over through the right fingertips. Inhale back through center. Twist to the right, arms coming toward a T, and then let them fall down toward the floor. Breathe in, arms go high. Twist to the left, letting the hands fall down again toward the floor. Arms back up overhead with your breath in. We'll make our way to our tabletop. You can roll over the shins. If there's a different way you want to get there, feel free. As you land in your tabletop, start to just wiggle around, and as always, I encourage just any movement that feels good. Know that there is no right or wrong way to move around here right now. Cat-cows, figure eights, hip circles, whatever your body's craving. And take one more round of breath. Make your way back into stillness. Extend your right leg to the back of your mat. Tuck onto your toes so you're driving into the ball of your foot. Think of really reaching your right heel back. So you're feeling a lot of length into the right leg, the back of the leg specifically. Keep your right leg rooted. Pivot your left toes off the left edge of your mat. Supported side plank. Drive your foot flat, your right foot, as you peel open. Right fingertips reach all the way up toward the ceiling, or you could even extend them toward the top of your mat. Take an inhale. With your exhale, drive into your right foot. Start to lift your shoulders up on top of your hips. Sweep all the way up and down your back leg. Take one more breath here. Maybe your exhale is an opportunity to reach a little bit deeper. Coming back through our supported side plank, land the left palm. Pull your right leg up. Start to drive your right knee in toward your chest. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Think warrior two, but keep the left knee down. So your left toes swivel off the right edge of your mat, and then you're opening up your chest toward the left edge. Arms reaching long into your T shape here. Take a breath in. Start to lean your upper body forward. Hook your right elbow toward your thigh. Left fingertip sweep up toward the ceiling. So you're in a modified side angle shape here. Take an inhale. With your exhale, rotate your chest toward the floor. Land both palms. Find your way back into a tabletop position. We'll take that whole thing to the second side. Left toes to the back of your mat. Tuck onto your toes. Drive into the ball of your foot. And then reach your left heel back. A little extra length through the calf and the hamstring. Keep driving into your left foot. Right toes off the right edge of your mat. Left arm goes up as we find our supported side plank. Left foot spins flat here, and then drive through the pinky toe edge of your foot. Take a breath in. With your exhale, start to lift your shoulders all the way up on top of your hips. Driving left hand down your thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Take a full breath. Maybe an opportunity to reach just a little bit deeper. Coming back through our supported side plank, but as your right hand lands, start to float the left leg up now. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. We do this movement a lot in classes on here. Step your left foot toward the top of your mat, and then think warrior two, but keep the right knee down. So now you're opening up toward the right edge of your mat, arms long to a T. Take an inhale. Lean your upper body forward slightly. Left elbow to your thigh, right fingertips reach up. Take an inhale. Rotate the chest down, plant both palms, step back into your tabletop, and then we'll make our way to our first down dog. Tuck onto all 10 toes, send the hips high. Any movement you like here, maybe you pedal the feet, maybe you sway the head, whatever movements you're craving. Let's take one more breath. Step the feet just a little bit wider, and then walk your hands back to your feet. So you're at the back of your mat. Grab opposite elbows, this little bit of a wider stance. You might sway side to side, maybe a little bounce up and down. One more breath. Coming back into stillness. Root your palms and then walk back out into your down dog. Driving up onto the balls of your feet. We're going to travel to the top of our mat, but we're going to land our feet wide so they're coming outside of our hands. Take a breath in, lift up onto the balls of your feet. You could either step or maybe you float toward the top of the mat. And then again, feet land wide. Drop your hips, pull your chest through Malasana. And if you don't want to be super low, you could come up a little bit higher. It'll feel a little bit more active here. But if you don't quite have the range in your hips, you're welcome to bring the hips up a little bit higher. Take a breath in. And with your exhale, fold, keeping the feet just a little bit wider. All the way to our high mountain with our breath in. Lead with your chest, sweep the arms up. Hinge from your hips, fold back down. Pull your chest back through on your Malasana, lowering the hips, head toward the ceiling. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float, take your chaturanga however you want to. You could take cobra, up dog, meeting back in down dog. We'll flow through a variation of that a couple of times. Take a breath in, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Traveling toward our Malasana, so you can step or float, landing the feet a little bit wider, and then drop the hips, pull the chest through, inhale. Exhale to fold. Lead with your chest, sweep your arms up, come all the way to your high mountain. With your exhale this time, sit back down to your Malasana. Take an inhale, pull the chest through. Now you can either stay and hang out here or option to take a crow pose. Plant your palms, spread the fingertips wide. You're hooking your knees toward your triceps. Lean the upper body forward. Maybe it's one toe, maybe it's all 10 toes. Think of pushing the floor away. Squeeze your heels towards your glutes. And if you're in your crow, you can either step or jump back into your chaturanga. We meet in down dog, through cobra or up dog. Send the hips high to your down dog. Let's do that one more time. Take a breath in, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Travel to the top of your mat, however you want to get there. Dropping into Malasana, pull the chest through, hips drop low. This time with your exhale, come all the way up to standing. So you're driving into the floor, pushing your head to the ceiling. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. The exhale, sit back down into your Malasana squat. Take an inhale to pull the chest through. You can either hang out in your Malasana or another opportunity for your crow. Landing your knees to your triceps. Hug the elbows in toward your midline. Pull your belly button up toward your spine. So abs are really engaged. Wherever you're at, you can step back, jump back. We meet in down dog. Landing in your down dog. Take a slow breath in through the nose. Slow breath out. Breathe in, sweep your right leg high, single leg dog. With your exhale, pull your knee to your nose, round through your back. We're gonna keep it pretty flowy in this class. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose, step the right foot all the way through. Soften your left knee down to the mat. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Let your left hip descend as much as you want it to here, but pull your right hip back slightly. Fingertips reaching up toward the ceiling. Take an inhale. Half split. Possible that you airplane the arms behind you, or you might land the hands to props or down toward the mat, whatever you prefer. And again, we're gonna keep this pretty flowy. Inhale back to your lunge. Exhale, half split. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, half split. Lift your chest slightly, but you're staying in that half split. You're just reaching your chest towards your toes. Land your left hand to the mat, or again, you can have a prop here. Twist your right arm up, so you're in a revolved half split. Still pulling your right hip back. Now remember that kneeling side angle shape? That's where we're headed. Take a breath in. With your exhale, bend your right knee, hook your elbow to your thigh. Left toes off the right edge of your mat, open to the left side of the mat. And then we'll flow through this a couple of times. Back to revolved half split. Left hand lands straight in through the right leg as your left toes pull behind you, right arm up. And then back to our kneeling side angle. Take your time here if you're not quite at my pace, that's just fine. We'll go one more time through that. Revolved half split, straightening through the right leg. Again to our kneeling side angle, left arm goes high. Now supported side plank, we were in this shape earlier. We're gonna take that to the back of the mat. Start to lengthen through the right leg, land the left palm to the back of the mat, sweep the right arm up. So your left knee hasn't moved, it's still rooted in the same spot. Take a breath in. Turn toward the back of the mat, land your right palm, pull your left knee to your nose, tiger curl, round through the back, push the ground away. Step your left foot in between the hands. So now you're in a lunge at the back of your mat. Keeping left knee bent, right leg straight. And then we're gonna swap which leg is bent, which leg is straight. Pivot to a skandasana at the top of your mat. So you're lifting your left toes up, bend your right knee, left leg goes straight. And your skandasana can be high, low, however you wanna sit into the shape. And then again, we flow between these two. Back to your lunge at the back, framing your left foot, land the hands. Do your skandasana at the top. And you can crawl the hands as you go, or you could do this hands-free, up to you. One more time, to your lunge at the back. Skandasana to the top, bending into your right leg. Turn to the top of your mat. Plant your palms, step back into a plank. Vinyasa, skip it, however you want to meet back to down dog. Landing in down dog, take an inhale, sweep left leg high. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose, round through your back. One more time, inhale, sweep up. Tiger curl, push the ground away. Step your left foot all the way through. Right knee softens to the mat, sweep the fingertips up. Coming into our Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Again, right hip can descend as much as you want, but just make sure your left hip pulls back. Inhale. Airplane half split, or again, if there's a different variation you want with the arms, go for it. 2 more times. Keeping it pretty flowy as we move between the shapes. Finding our half split. And again, reminder to just be present with what goes on between those poses. Last time we meet in half split, think of lifting your chest towards your toes. So a lot of length in your spine, but you're still pulling your left hip back. Now land right hand to a prop or to the mat. Left fingertips go high, revolved half split. Coming all the way into that kneeling side angle. Bend your left knee, hook your elbow to your knee, and then pivot the right toes off the left edge as you open your chest toward the right edge of your mat. And then again, we flow between these a couple of times. Land the right hand, right toes behind you as you straighten through the left leg, left arm up. Into our kneeling side angle, bending left knee, hook the elbow. One more time, finding revolved half split. Into our kneeling side angle, that's where we'll pause, that's where we stay. Now again, supported side plank to the back of the mat. Start to straighten through the left leg. Land the right palm, pressing into your left foot so it's flat on the ground. Take an inhale. Turn to the back of the mat, land the left hand, pull your right knee to your nose, round through the upper back, step your right foot between your hands. Finding our lunge at the back of the mat, so your right leg bent, left leg straight. Now we pivot through and then past a wide forward fold to a skandasana at the top, left knee bent, right leg straight. I don't know if you could hear that crack in my knee. Now we go between these two shapes. So crawling to the back of the mat, frame your right foot. And then skandasana to the top. And then again, you could crawl with your hands as you go. You could go hands free. But I want you again to just notice what happens between the movement. One more time, we meet in skandasana to the top of the mat. Right toes go up toward the ceiling. Turn to the top of the mat, plant your palms. Step back into your plank, vinyasa, or skip it. We meet in down dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Bend your knee, open up your hip this time. So you're stacking right on top of left. Take another inhale. Exhale, pull your knee across to your opposite elbow. So right knee, left elbow. Inhale, back to your open hip. Pull your knee to your nose, round through your spine. Step your foot all the way through. Soften the left knee to the mat. Inhale to our Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Just one time, rock to half split. Straighten through the front leg, reach the fingertips back. Left hand lands to the ground inside of your right shin. Twist your right arm up and open. We are gonna come to our full side angle this time. That means your left knee will leave the ground. Bend your right knee, hook the elbow to the thigh, pivot the left toes to face left side of the mat as you lift your left knee. And then we flow between those two. Back onto the ball of the left foot, straighten through the right leg, sweep the right arm up. Full side angle, bend your right knee, elbow to thigh. You can always reach inside the ankle if you prefer. One more time, keeping it pretty flowy here. Finding side angle, that's where we pause, that's where we stay. Low lunge to the back of the mat, so start to straighten through the right leg. Turn all 10 toes to face the back, frame your left foot. Now keep the right hand rooted, take an inhale, sweep the left arm high, revolved lunge. All the way to skandasana at the top, coming through and past our wide forward fold, bend the right knee, straighten the left. Two more times. Finding revolve lunge to the back, right hand down, left arm up. Looking over the right shoulder to find your way to skandasana on the right leg. One more time. Keeping it pretty fluid, pretty flowy. Pausing in skandasana at the top. We're coming all the way to a low horizon toward the top of your mat. Plant your left palm. Turn all 10 toes toward the right edge of your mat. Let your left hip descend, look over the right shoulder. Watch that your left shoulder isn't in your ear. We want to keep that shoulder strong and away from the ear. Drive into the feet as they are. High horizon. Send the hips all the way up. All right, it's gonna get just spicy for a moment here. Coming to a crunch at the top of the mat. Turn your right toes forward. You step your left knee to meet your right elbow, little standing crunch. Now come all the way up to staff pose. Take your time, rooting onto the right foot. Pull your left knee up into your chest. Interlace your hands around your shin. Just a little hug of your knee in towards your chest here. Release your knee. Take your arms up overhead. Inhale. Step your left toes to the back of your mat. Plant your palms. Step into your plank. Vinyasa, chaturanga. Or again, you can always skip these. Take them or leave them. Down dog. Going right into side two. Inhale, sweep your left leg. Bend your knee. Open up your hip. Take another breath in. Maybe you lift the knee a tiny bit higher. Pull your knee across to your opposite elbow. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lift up and open. Pull your knee to your nose, round through your back. Step all the way through. Softening your right knee down. Sweep the fingertips up. Take an inhale. Just one time, rock to half split. Revolved half split. Right hand lands inside of the left shin. Sweep the left arm up. All the way to our full side angle. Left knee bends. Hook your elbow. Lift the right knee as you pivot your toes. Face the right side of the mat. We flow between those two. Land the right hand, land the right knee, straighten the left leg, open up. Side angle, bend your left knee, lift your right knee from the ground. One more time, and again, you don't have to be totally at my cue here. Find your pace, whether that's slower or faster. We meet in side angle. Pausing in your side angle for a moment. We transition to our lunge at the back of the mat. So you straighten left leg, bend the right knee, and then plant your palms to frame your right toes at the back. Left hand stays down, right fingertips go high, inhale. Skandasana to the top. So you're coming over your left shoulder, straighten through the left leg, bend the left knee, straighten through the right leg. And then we do that a couple of times. Planting left hand, turn all 10 toes to the back, right arm up. Coming over the left shoulder, Skandasana on the left. One more time. Keeping it pretty rhythmic here. Hopefully you're having fun with this ping pong rhythm. Now staying in your Skandasana at the top, we're coming to our low horizon. You plant the right palm, you turn all 10 toes toward the left edge of your mat, let your right hip descend, look over your left shoulder. You can let the right hip descend as much as feels comfortable to you, just watch that right shoulder. Keep the feet as they are, high horizon, lift the hips, lift the arm. All right, little moment of spice. Turn your left toes toward the top of your mat. Pull your right knee to meet your left elbow, little crunch. All the way up to your staff pose. Take your time arriving to your staff. Right knee hugs into your chest, and then interlace the hands around the shin. Hug the knee just a little bit tighter here, going for some added length through the left hip as we do that. Release that hug of your knee. Maybe you can keep the knee right where it was. Take an inhale. Extend your right toes to the back of your mat. Land your palms. Chaturanga as you hit your plank. Or again, you can just go straight to down dog. All right, we've got one more layer. We're gonna add some things, take some things out. Take an inhale, sweep your right leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip as you go. Exhale, pull your knee across your left elbow. Fall in triangle, right foot off the left edge of your mat. Left arm goes high. Sweep the fingertips all the way up toward the ceiling, bump the hips up, take an inhale. Land the left palm, pull your right knee to your nose, tiger curl. Step your right foot through. Keep your left knee lifted this time. Come up to a high crescent. Stack shoulders on top of hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale. Airplane pyramid with your exhale. Straighten through the right leg. Sweep your fingertips to the back wall. 2 more times. Bend your right knee. Lengthen through the left hip. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Lengthen through the right hamstring. One more time. What happens between all of your movement? Landing in our airplane pyramid, coming all the way to a revolved pyramid. Left hand plants to the ground. If that feels really far and you have a block or something else nearby, you can land your hand to a block. Reach your right fingertip up. So this extended pyramid shape where our legs are in this longer stance, but twist from your upper body, pull your right hip back. Take an inhale. Side angle, bend the right knee, pivot the left toes open, sweep the left arm up. Revolved lunge to the back, straighten through the right leg, land the right hand, twist the left arm up. We're coming all the way to our low horizon at the top. So you're breezing all the way past your Skandasana, land the left hand, turn over the right shoulder, all 10 toes to the right edge of the mat. And you probably guessed it, we're gonna flow between those a couple of times. So revolve lunge at the back, land the right hand, twist the left arm up. Pivot all the way to your low horizon at the top, looking over right shoulder. One more time. My mat is really squeaky today. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Landing in low horizon, that's where we pause, that's where we stay. High horizon, drive into the feet as they are, send the hips up. One more time, little crunch to the top of the mat. Turn the right toes forward, left knee meets the right elbow. All the way up to our staff pose. Left knee up into your chest. Revolved staff, a couple different variations you could go with. Right hand could meet your left knee. You could tee the arms without reaching for your knee. If your foot feels available, you might grab onto the outside edge of your foot here. Twisting from your upper body, so your chest is rotated to the left edge of the mat. Now we're going to transition all the way to a half moon. Your chest stays facing the direction it is. You start to sweep your left leg all the way to the wall behind you. Tip the upper body forward. Right hand can fall to the ground to a prop, or you might play with hovering the right fingertips. Think of kind of hugging the ribs in, so you're pulling everything in toward the midline rather than arching through the back. Keep the left leg reaching long. One more breath. Reverse warrior, drop your left toes, bend the right knee, sweep the right arm all the way up and over. All the way back to down dog, so cartwheel the hands, step into your plank, through any variation of chaturanga. Down dog is where we meet. Going right into side two, inhale, sweep left leg high, bend your knee, open up your hip as you go. Pull your knee across your opposite elbow. Falling triangle, left foot off the right edge of the mat. Sweep the right arm up. Think of reaching, lengthening right fingertips up. Bump the hips up a little higher, take an inhale. Land the right palm, pull your left knee to your nose. Step all the way through with the left foot. High crescent, so right knee stays lifted. Left hip pulls back, right hip forward. Take an inhale. Airplane pyramid with the out breath, straighten through the left leg, sweep the fingertips back. 2 more times. Inhale, opening up into the right hip. Exhale, opening up into the left hamstring. 1 more time. Pausing in airplane pyramid. Coming to our revolve, so again, if you want to have something to land the right hand to, that's a great option here if the floor feels kind of far, as we are keeping this stance a little bit longer here. Twist from the upper body, pull your left hip back, lengthen through the back leg, drive the right heel to the back wall, take an inhale. Side angle, bend the left knee, elbow to thigh or inside the ankle, twist the right arm up and open. Revolve lunge to the back, plant the left palm, turn all 10 toes to face the back, sweep the right arm up. Low horizon to the top, so you're coming over the left shoulder. Plant the right hand, look over left shoulder as you turn all 10 toes to the left edge of your mat. 2 more times. And again, your pace might be slightly different than mine. That's just fine. Go at your pace. Use the hands or don't. You do you. I've got 1 more time here. And again, you might be right with me. You might be ahead, behind. All are just fine. Meeting in our low horizon. Drive into the feet as they are. High horizon. Little crunch to the top of the mat. Turn the left toes forward. Pull the right knee to meet left elbow. All the way up to our staff pose. Coming into our revolved staff. And again, you got options. You could catch the knee. If it's available, you could catch the foot. You can always tee the arms without reaching for anything. That's just fine. Let that twist happen at your rib cage. Transitioning to our half moon, you start to sweep right leg toward the back of the mat. Your hip, chest, shoulder opens. You can land left hand to a block or anything that mimics a block to the ground, or you might play with hovering the left hand. But again, think of that hug. So again, you're pulling everything in toward the midline. Spiral the inner thighs in and back. So you've got everything stacked. Ooh, going down. Everything stacked and hugging in. You've got 1 more breath. Let the wobbles happen. That's fine. Reverse warrior, land your right foot. Bend the left knee as you sweep the left arm up. Cartwheel the hands down. We meet back in down dog, however you want to get there. Sending the hips up and back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. All right, feeling pretty energized, feeling
a little sweaty. We're gonna keep that going for just another moment. Take an inhale, lift up onto the balls of your feet. Landing in our malasana at the top of the mat. So again, you can step, hop, however you wanna get there. Feet land wider than the hands and then pull your chest through. If you wanna hang out in your malasana, great. If you got something you wanna slide under the hips so it's a little bit more supported, great. If you wanna hang out in a forward fold, great. If you're moving with me, plant your right hand behind you. So you're looking over your right shoulder. Plant the palm, drive into your feet, lift the hips, lift the left arm up. So you're in this kind of reverse tabletop half wheel situation. And then back to malasana, pulling your palms back through center, and then we go to the second side. So left hand plants behind you, drive into the heels, lift the hips, lift the right arm up, and then go side to side a couple of times. If wheel is in your practice, you might be able to land all the way into your wheel here. And then you can flow through your wheel and out of your wheel. Take 2 more breaths. Those 2 breaths as your way to even out your sides. Meeting back in our malasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Keep the feet a little bit wider, but you could grab opposite elbows here. You might sway side to side or bounce up and down. Let yourself start to come down a little bit. Coming from a lot of flow, a lot of buzzy energy into this stillness. Take 1 more breath. Release the fingertips down. And then just sit all the way down into a seat. And then bring your feet together, knees apart. So coming into a butterfly shape here. You can grab onto the ankles here, onto the tops of your feet. But think of pulling your heels in as you push your chest out. And your heels don't have to, you don't actually literally have to pull your heels closer, but that's the energy of pulling your feet in towards you and then pushing your chest out towards your toes. Couple breaths here. Each exhale, an invitation to find a little bit more depth if that feels available. Or maybe a little bit more softening is more your speed right now. So each exhale could be just releasing a little bit more tension throughout the body. Let's take 1 more breath. Slowly making your way back to your upright spine and then all the way onto our back, cooling things down pretty quickly here. As you land on your back, hug both knees into your chest. Just rock side to side a couple of times. And then stack your knees and hips, ankles and knees in one line. Tee your arms. Let both knees drop over toward the left. Gaze might go over toward the right. So just a gentle twist here. I like to use my left hand on top of my knees as a little bit of leverage to open up through my thoracic spine so I can twist a little bit deeper in my upper body. But that's just an option. Let your low back, your glutes remain fairly relaxed here. So you're not holding tension or clenching anywhere, but you're letting everything just feel kind of soft. One more breath. Come back through center, over toward the second side, dropping both knees toward the right. Gaze can go toward the left, and then again, option to take your right hand up toward your knees. That just helps me ground my hips and my knees so that I can twist a little bit deeper in the upper back. But again, watch that you're not holding tension anywhere. I want to keep everything pretty soft. Take one more breath. Coming back through center. Might feel nice to move into a happy baby pose from here. Just an option. If there's any last shapes, movements, stretches that you'd like, if you like to end your practice with something like a shoulder stand or a plow pose or even a bridge. If there's any stretch that calls your name, take your time moving through whatever that might be. I always encourage you to take as much time as you need. If you've got the time, you can always pause the video and take a little bit longer for your cool down. This sort of integration from movement to rest. Whenever you're ready to make your way into your shavasana, you can start to set up your final shape of class. Before you settle completely into stillness, maybe just asking yourself, where could you get any wiggles out? Sometimes I like to flop my feet in and out, or it might feel nice to even just kind of shimmy your body. It feels kind of weird, but it feels kind of fun. And then arriving completely into stillness. Letting go of the breath practice, if you haven't already. Finding rest in body and in mind. This sacred part of our practice. As always, stay as long as you need, stay as long as you have the time for. And when you feel ready to transition out of this and into a seat, take your time. No rush to make your way all the way upright. Savor every little step out, integrating back into your day from your practice. I'm so honored to share this practice with you. Thank you so much for joining. I look forward to seeing you in another video soon.